Imagine a dark forest. The wind howls like a hungry wolf. Snow falls, covering everything in white. You're alone. Suddenly, you hear a twig snap. Something is watching you. It's big, it's hungry, it's the Wendigo. The Wendigo is a creature of legend. It comes from the stories of Native American tribes who lived in the cold northern forests of North America. Tribes like the Algonquin, the Cree, and the Ojibwe told stories about this terrifying monster. These stories were more than just scary tales. They taught important lessons about greed, selfishness, and the dangers of the wilderness. The Wendigo represented the darkness that could consume a person's soul. But is the Wendigo real? Is it a flesh and blood monster that hides in the shadows? Or is it something else entirely, a symbol of something darker within us all? The Wendigo is often described as a tall, emaciated figure with glowing eyes and sharp teeth. Its skin is stretched tight over its bones as if it's always hungry. Some say it has antlers like a deer, but twisted and unnatural. Others say it has the head of a wolf or a bear. No matter what form it takes, the Wendigo is always hungry. It craves human flesh. Legends say that a Wendigo is created when a person eats another human being. This act of cannibalism twists their soul, turning them into the very monster they feared. The Wendigo is not just a mindless beast, it's incredibly strong and fast. It can mimic human voices, luring unsuspecting victims into the woods. It's a cunning predator, and its hunger is never satisfied. The stories of the Wendigo served as a warning. They reminded people of the dangers of giving in to their darkest impulses, especially in times of desperation. The Wendigo legend is most common among Algonquin-speaking tribes, but stories about similar creatures exist in other cultures too. The Inuit have tales of the Kalupalik, a monstrous spirit that steals children from the ice. European folklore tells of the werewolf, a human cursed to transform into a wolf-like beast. While these creatures may look different and come from different parts of the world, they share some common themes. They often represent the dangers of the unknown, the wild, and the untamed parts of human nature. These stories, passed down through generations, served a purpose beyond simple entertainment. They help people understand and cope with the dangers of their world, both real and imagined. They provided a framework for explaining the unexplainable and for teaching important moral lessons. The link between the Wendigo and cannibalism is a powerful one. In many cultures, cannibalism is seen as the ultimate taboo, a horrific act that violates the very core of our humanity. The Wendigo embodies this fear, becoming a symbol of the monstrous consequences of such a transgression. Historically, there have been documented cases of cannibalism, often driven by extreme circumstances like famine or isolation. In some cases, these acts were driven by desperation, a last resort for survival. However, the Wendigo legend suggests that cannibalism is not just a physical act, but a spiritual one. It corrupts the soul, turning a person into a monster from the inside out. This connection between cannibalism and spiritual transformation is a recurring theme in many cultures, highlighting the profound impact that our actions have on our very being. Section 5. Hunger of the Mind. Modern science offers different explanations for the Wendigo legend. Some psychologists believe that stories of the Wendigo might be related to a rare mental illness called Wendigo psychosis. People with this condition develop an intense craving for human flesh, even when other food is available. This condition was often observed in Native American communities during harsh winters when food was scarce and starvation was a real threat. The extreme stress and deprivation could have triggered a psychological response leading to delusional thoughts and behaviors. While the Wendigo psychosis theory offers a possible explanation, it's important to note that this condition is extremely rare and not fully understood. Many scholars argue that attributing the Wendigo legend solely to a mental illness oversimplifies the complex cultural and spiritual beliefs that surround it. Section 6. The Case of Swift Runner. In 1907, a Cree man named Swift Runner killed and ate his entire family in Alberta, Canada. He claimed that he had been possessed by a Wendigo spirit, which drove him to commit the horrific act. Swift Runner's case became a sensation, with newspapers across North America reporting on the Wendigo slayer. His trial raised complex questions about mental illness, cultural beliefs, and the very nature of evil. Swift Runner was eventually found guilty and hanged for his crimes. However, his case continues to fascinate and disturb people to this day. It serves as a stark reminder of the darkness that can reside within humanity and the fine line between myth, madness, and reality. Section 7. Echoes in the darkness. Despite the advancements in science and psychology, the Wendigo continues to capture our imaginations. It appears in books, movies, and video games, often as a symbol of primal fear, insatiable hunger, and the dark side of human nature. The Wendigo's enduring presence in popular culture suggests that it taps into something deeper within us, a primal fear of the unknown, the wild, and the potential for darkness within ourselves. Perhaps the Wendigo is more than just a creature of myth or a psychological delusion. Perhaps it's a reflection of our own capacity for both good and evil, a reminder of the darkness that can consume us if we let it. Section 8. The truth still out there. So, is the Wendigo real? The answer, like the creature itself, remains shrouded in mystery. Is it a flesh and blood monster, a product of mental illness, or a chilling embodiment of our darkest fears? Perhaps it's a combination of all these things, a testament to the power of belief and the enduring allure of the unknown. The next time you find yourself walking through a dark forest, listen closely to the sounds around you. Pay attention to the whispers on the wind. You never know what might be lurking in the shadows. Do you have your own theories about the Wendigo? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more explorations into the mysteries of the universe.